perfect 10? What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Oh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging.
This is take 22. My lights are flickering, doing my head in. It's a really old studio light and it keeps flickering at me. But we're going to try and get a good video of it. I've taken the bulb out, like really twisted it in, played with the wire a bit. Hopefully we'll be fine. Right, so to start off this look, I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to take my Anastasia medium brown brow powder duo, and I'm going to use this to do my brows. I'm going to do the darker side of this on the outer bit of my brows, and the lighter bit just kind of brush through the front of my brow for like a softer brow look. So I'm just going to brush up my brows with a spoolie so I can get to filling them in, and then I'm just going to use some scissors to give my brows a little trim. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the darker brow shade and then brush this through the main part of the brow and then through the tail. Then I'm going to use the lighter shade of the brow powder to do the front of my brows. I'm just going to brush them upwards in hair-like strokes. And then just brush it all through with the spoolie. Then to carve out the brows and prime the lids, I'm going to take my Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer in the shade Almond. And I'm just going to dot this on my eyelids.
Honey, I'm a perfect 10.
And then use a flat synthetic brush just to carve out the brows and spread it evenly across the lid.
And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head and I start to...
So I just got rid of one of my studio lights because the one that was flickering, I got told it was quite dangerous. So I just unplugged it. I'm gonna have to buy a new one, so I hope that the lighting is still okay. I put my main one behind my ring light, so I hope that you can still see me properly. I think it looks okay. Fingers crossed. The first shade that I'm going to go into is this hot pink shade right here, which is called Skip, and I'm going to pack that into the crease. And I'm just going to use a Primark 230 blending brush to do so. Then once some colours on there, I'm just going to keep blending it back and forth till it's really intense.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Oh, can we switch up?
The next shade that I'm going to take is the lighter pink in the palette, which is called Pinkity, Drinkity, and I'm going to use it to blend out the hot pink shade. I'm going to use a MAC 217 brush and just lightly feather this out on the edges. Softly blending that on the edge of the hot pink. This definitely takes a while, but it'll be so worth it. I'm just going to go back in with the Skip colour just to further intensify the crease. And then go back in with the lighter pink just to blend this out. Now I'm just going to take a black cream colour base just because I want the dark brown on the lid to be like really intense. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Waterproof Cream colour in the shade Jet and just pack this across the main part of the lid. And I'm going to take it on my Morphe M224 brush. And make sure that's nice and close to the lash line as well.
Yeah, I've discussed it with myself and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stood and wait because...
Then for the main lid colour, I'm going to go in with this big shade right here, which is like a warm brown shade called No Beans. And I'm going to pop that on the lid. And I'm going to take that on a MAC flat shader brush. So I'm just going to pack that on top of the black.
I'm trying to live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10.
Okay, now I'm going to go back into that Skip shade and try and carefully blend this out. It's going to be quite a long process to get the brown and the pink to kind of blend together. But here we go. I tap off my brush quite a bit. Just very lightly and carefully try and blend this out. Okay, that's not really working, so what I'm going to do is take the brown shade on a teeny flat blending brush and pop that in the crease to try and blend it out, but very, very carefully. Okay, there we go. There we go, that's what I should have done in the first place. Then I'm going to go back and do the really light pink and then just blur out the whole thing.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh.
Then I'm going to do a wing using my Iris Beauty liquid pen liner thingy. I'm just going to apply this close to my lash line and keep the tape on so I have the nice sharp edge.
My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm trying to live inside the upside down.
Then I'm just going to peel off the tape to reveal a nice sharp edge. And then pop on some liner in my waterline. This is the Clinique Quick Liner for Eyes Intense in Black Intense Ebony, and I'm going to pop that in my waterline. Then I'm going to pop in some mascara. This is the Kiko Luxurious Lashes Mascara. Now I'm going to pop on my lashes off screen. These are the Luz Lashes Queen Lashes. I've used these a few times before and I love them. So I'm going to pop these on off camera and I'll be right back. So lashes are now on. Now it's time to move on to my face. I'm going to do the lower lash line I think after my foundation because I want it to be really nice and blended. So for primer I'm going to take the Touch and Soul Feels Like Honey Moon Skin Base. I just wanted to play with it. I think it's really fun. So I'm going to pop this on and you basically just like tap it into your skin. Literally like honey. Then I'm just going to use my fingers to tap in the primer. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm trying to live inside the upside down. So I have fake tan, so I'm going to use a much darker foundation than usual. This is the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Foundation in the shade Warm Sun. It is very dark, but I'm going to blend it down my neck. I just want to be able to use it. So I'm going to pop this on using my damp beauty blender. This is the Marble one. It's very pretty. I'm just going to bounce this all over my face for a nice flawless finish. We'll go in with a much lighter concealer just to kind of even out my face as well. This is going to match the tan exactly, but we'll give it a go. Then for cream contour, I'm going to take the Primark Contour and Sculpt Stick and take the contour side. I'm just going to contour under my cheekbones. And then around the top of my forehead. And then under my jaw.
What does perfect even mean?
And I'm also going to take it down the sides of my nose.
Ooh. Can we switch up all the...
And under my lip.
And imagine how you
Then I'm going to blend out the cream contour using my Smashbox Cream Cheek Brush in little circular motions.
My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm trying to live inside the upside down. For a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa.
Then for concealer, I'm going to go back to my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I'm going to pop that in the middle of my forehead. And then under my eyes.
Honey, I'm a perfect 10.
Then the middle of my chin. And a little bit on my nose. Then I'm going to blend this out. Then I'm going to use this MUA Pro Base Full Coverage Matte Pressed Powder in the shade 100. It's like a really pale yellow colour. I'm going to use this to set my under eyes. I'm just going to take my Spectrums Collections fluffy brush to do this. Tap off the excess and then, oh god, dust everywhere. And then just pat this underneath my eyes.
It's overrated, these expectations.
Then for the rest of the face, I'm going to take my Etmore Beauty Mineral Complexion Powder and just stamp this into the face to set the face into place. Now I'm going to contour using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in the shade Light to Medium. It's pretty battered, but I love it. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here to contour, which I believe is called Fawn, I think. And I'm going to contour using my BH Cosmetics No. 3 Studio Pro Contour Brush. So I'm just going to contour under my cheekbones. And I'm also going to contour around the top of my forehead. A little bit down the nose and under the jaw as well. Now I'm going to bronze up the skin using my Kiko Flawless Fusion number 3 bronzer. Just apply it to the outer perimeters of my face. I'm using my Sigma tapered face brush.
What does perfect even mean?
For blush, I'm going to take my Sleek Makeup Blush by 3 palette. I believe the shade I'm using is Crochet, which is the pinkest one in the palette. It's very hot pink, but I think it will go with the eyes. I'm taking that on my Zoeva Luxe Cheek Finish brush. Put on the apples of my cheeks, applying a little bit at a time because it's very intense. Now I'm going to finish off the lower lash line. I'm just going to very carefully stamp that brown shade under the lower lash line, just with the same brush from earlier. Take it right into the inner corner as well, just for like a grungy Barbie glam. Then I'm going to take the hot pink shade and use that to blend it out. Then I'm going to set this into place using what's left of my Revolution Hyaluronic Fixing Spray. For highlight, I'm going to take my Anastasia Glow Pit. This is the Sun Dipped one. And I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Summer, which is very appropriate for the weather outside today. It is beautiful. Going to highlight that cheekbone. Above the brow. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. Bit on the tip of the nose. For my lips, I'm going to pop on this hot pink liquid lipstick. I don't have this shade in a lip liner, so I'm going to DIY with a red. This is Barry M's red lip liner.
Pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think, honey, I'm a perfect 10.
Now I'm going to pop on my liquid lipstick. This is Sigma's Peach Teeny Liquid Lipstick. I'm going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes. And this is the finished makeup look, Midnight Barbie Glam Vibes. I really hope you like it. I think it's super smoky and sexy. I'm sorry if there was any like disruption in the background. It's Easter Sunday today. Obviously I can't really be like, be quiet, I need to film. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. Check out my Instagram at shivonmakeupbiz. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I shall see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye! Stop it. Then I'm going to use a fucking light. Then to carve out the brows. Then to carve out the brows and prime the lids. Fuck sake. Stop, please. I just want to film. But the first shade I'm going to go in with is this hot pink shade called Skip. And I'm going to take that on a MAC flat stitch. Wow, what? Now I'm going to finish off the her mouth. Then I'm going to set this into place using the washing machine.